Shalom Chaverim and welcome to Pninei Torah, or in English, the Pearls of the Torah, where we meet together every week right before the Shabbat to study the Torah, but study the Torah in a unique way, where we look at the Torah portion, the Parasha, what's called the Parashat Shavua, as we seek to find the face of the MaShiach. In Sanhedrin 99, it is written that all the word of the prophets is given us so we will know the days of the Mashiach. So we will know who is the Mashiach. We will know what to expect. And this Torah portion this week, Parashat Bo, exactly deals with what the rabbis tell us to look at Sanhedrin chapter 99. There is a very interesting verse in the Torah, and we're just going to look at one verse today, or one or two verses in the Torah, in Shmot, or Exodus chapter 12, where we read in Hebrew, "Achodesh azeh lachem." This month shall be the beginning of months. And which month is he talking about? It's the time month that the Israelites are to leave Egypt. It's the first month, also known as the month of Nisan, okay? It will be the beginning of the month. It shall be the first month of the year to you. First of all, let me explain to you, most people think that the new year is Rosh Hashanah, which is Tishrei 1. But according to God's calendar, the truly renewal of the New Year's is in the month of Nisan, which is the 7th month. So there are two New Years. Actually, there are more than two New Years, but that's a side point. And the reason that God says here that this month will be to you, it's not just going to be a new, it will be called first. It's because it's almost like an anniversary. This is going to be your first month as free people who leave Egypt. So it's a picture of the redemption, of the celebration of the redemption of the Jewish people. There is an interesting passage, and you make yourself a note, in the book of Exodus Rabbah, which is a commentary on Exodus, chapter 15, that deal with the concept, or with the wording, the language behind the Torah portion. It says here, "Achodesh azeh," this month, Nisan, lachem rosh chodashim. And the question becomes, why is it called Rosh Chodesh? And the rabbis connected this word Chodesh, month, new month, Chodesh, to another Hebrew word. The word Chodesh comes from the word Chadash. What does it mean, Chadash? Chadash means new or renewal, some sort of a newness and renewal. And the rabbis spoke about the renewal, a connection. They said this is a prophetic picture of the renewal that the Mashiach will bring to the world. We need to understand that the renewal that the Mashiach will bring to the world is great and awesome. This week, I had a chance to sit with an Orthodox rabbi to talk to him about the newness that Mashiach will bring to the world, okay? Please understand that many things that we do today, we will not do when Mashiach comes. Many of the things we argue about today will not be in existence when Mashiach comes. And many of the practices, even in Judaism, that we do today will not be done in this according to the same one when Mashiach comes. Will we still study Torah? Of course we will study Torah, but we will study it under a different way, a different flavor. It will be with the newness of Mashiach, okay? It will be in a complete newness of Mashiach. And matter of fact, there is a connection, according to Exodus Rabbah 15, there is a connection to Isaiah, if you want to make yourself a note, to Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9, and it says there, "Behold, the former things," and the word there in Hebrew, the former things, Rishon, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And the word there, the interesting word, the word new things in Hebrew is the word chadashot. Do you realize that in Hebrew, if you say ma hachadashot, you're literally saying, what's the news today? What's new? Okay? Please understand that the reason that it's called Chadashot, Chadash, the newness, because when Israel left the wilderness, there was something new. There was a newness among the Jewish people. They have been transformed from the inside out. Okay? There was a real transformation. The rabbi says that this real transformation is just in essence a shadow of the real transformation that is going to take place when Mashiach comes. There's going to be a much greater transformation when Mashiach comes. And matter of fact, we read in Exodus Rabbah, chapter 15, and if you want to make a note to yourself, verse 21, it says there, it's connected to the verses you're familiar with in Ecclesiastes chapter 1, which it says, there is nothing new under the sun. The rabbi says, it is true there is nothing new in the sun, except, here we go, the rabbi says, except we do, however, 10 things which the Holy One, blessed be He, will renew in the time to come. There are 10 things that the Mashiach will renew. Yes, so there's nothing new on the sun, but there are 10 things that Mashiach will renew. You wonder what Mashiach will renew, what will be the newness. Here are a couple of them from the Midrash. I'll just briefly list to you. The first one related to Isaiah chapter 60, verse 19, okay? He will be the light of the world. We will not need any more sun as we know it. He will be the light to the world. There is only one person who called the light to the world, and his name is Yeshua. Yeshua say, I am the light of the world. Here is the reason he's doing it. He's quoting and he understanding the Midrash. That's why one of the names of the Mashiach is the name Nehorah. Another thing that he will do that will be completely new, when he's come, he will bring out of Yerushalayim, according to the Midrash, living water. Okay, he will bring living water from Yerushalayim, and anybody who have sickness will come and will be healed. If you want a reference, it's in Ezekiel 47. Another things he will do, all the trees, the ilanot, will bring fruit every month. And the interesting thing about this, think about how amazing it's when Mashiach come here. When a person eat from the fruit, he will be healed immediately, okay? Another thing that he will do, he will build Yerushalayim in a sapphire stone, okay? So he will build Yerushalayim in a marvelous stone. Yerushalayim will be unlike anything that you can imagine. Another thing he will bring all the animals, all the things that fly, okay? And he make a covenant between them and within Israel, not just with Israel, but with all the animal, all living things will bow down to him. Another thing that he will do, it says in the scripture, in the passage here, it says, "She'en od bechi ve'yalala ba'olam." There will be no more crying in the world, okay? There will be no more crying, there will be no more pain in the world. Another thing that he will do, according to the Midrash, there will be no more death into the world. Can you imagine a world without cancer, without diseases, without death? It says, Bila amavet lanetzach. He will take upon himself death once and for all. And the last thing he will do, he says, Ela akol smechim. What it may mean? Everybody during time Mashiach will live a life who will be in great joy. That is incredible, because the passage in essence saying that the picture of Exodus is just merely a picture of the things to come. Now, if you continue, I want to show you something absolutely amazing. It says in parallel that this event will resemble the event that will happen in the future. Exodus 12:42 read, it was a night, it's called in Hebrew, Lel Shimurim. Lel Shimurim. It was a night of watching. The word shomer in Hebrew is a watchman. It will be like a night of watching unto the Lord for bring them out of the land of Egypt. The same night is a night of watching unto the Lord for all the children of Israel taught their generation. I want you to listen what Targum Yerushalmi, what the Targum Yerushalmi explain upon this passage. It's very, very interesting. It's explained, the Targum, that this night is a part of 4 nights that are unique, unlike any other night in human and Jewish history. The very first night of redemption actually happened when God created heaven and earth. It was a very, very unique day. The other second night, according to the Midrash here, explained that it happened when Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was 90 years old. Okay, that was a very, very special night. Okay, that things have changed. The third night is the night we're reading about here. It's called a night of redemption, okay? But they said, the Midrash says, that this is merely a picture for the fourth night. And what is the fourth night? It is the night to come, okay? And in this night to come, Melech Mashiach, here is the shocker, Melech Mashiach will redeem us yet again. So there's been a redemption. When the world was creation, there's been a redemption. When Avraham Avinu and Sarah, when Sarah laughed, because Yitzchak is a picture of Mashiach, there has been a redemption here with Moshe Rabbeinu. That's the Rosh Chodesh here that we're talking about, the redemption of Israel. But there will be ultimate redemption when King Mashiach, and I quote, Umelech Mashiach will come mitoch Roma. What does it mean, Melech Mashiach come out of Rome? He is going to come out of Rome. What is Rome, you might wonder? The Midrash explained to us that Rome is actually a name from Edom. Edom is a name for Christianity. He is going to come out to deliver Israel out of Christianity. This is hard to people to grasp, but this is exactly what the Torah portion is saying this. As a matter of fact, to explain it further, it says here in the Torah, right? It says, Rosh Chodesh Rishon, it will be first. The Midrash explained that the key of understanding this text is in the word Rishon. Rishon mean first, okay? So who is the first? You might ask it, who is he talking first? So here's what the Midrash says on this. It says that the first is the name of Hashem, okay? First thing, it says Rishon Ulachem. It's quoted from Isaiah 44:6. It says, Ani Rishon v'ani Acharon. Who is the Rishon? Rishon is a picture of God. I am the first and I'm the last, okay? Also, Rishon also called by Zion. Zion also called Rishon. In Jeremiah 17, verse 12, it says, Kiseh kavod miramom Rishon. Okay? Makom mikdashem. Zion is also called Rishon. But here's where it's becoming interesting. Do you know who else called Rishon? The Messiah is called Rishon, according to the Midrash. Why? Because the Mashiach is resembling the firstborn of God. He is like God's son. That's why he's called in the scriptures. In Psalm 89, in Zechariah 12, he's called the firstborn. He is the Rishon. But according to the Midrash, not only Mashiach called Rishon, Esav is called also Rishon. Why? According to the Midrash, he was born first, but it is much more with that than that. Not just because he is born first, because he is a picture of the firstborn of God. Now you might ask, how can it be that Esav, who is the wicked Jew, can call first in the Midrash? Because please understand that the Mashiach is what is called the Kelipa, the shell. He is in the shell of Esav. He is the shell of the wicked Jew. But he is not really the wicked Jew. He is the cleanest, most pure Jew. But he is in the klipa of Rome. And that's exactly why it says that the fourth redemption is redemption that come to us out of Rome. Let me connect it to you for a moment. For Yeshayahu, Isaiah chapter 63. It says, Mize, who is he? Ba mi Edom, come from Edom. Chamutz bgatim mibatzer. Why is he coming out of Edom? Ze hadur belevusho. He's going to be clothed. And he's coming with wrath. And he's coming to judge. Verse 4. Kiyom nekem belibi. He's coming to judge. Now the question becomes, why is he coming from Edom? He is coming in Edom because he's belong in Edom today, but he is really coming back to Israel. The Messiah belonged to the Christians today, but he's going to come back home to his people. And that is the real point of the Torah portion today, that the prophetic, if you want to use it, the prophetic event that take here in the Torah portion in Exodus 12, the Exodus is just a shadow of the things to come. Not only that the Mashiach will do these 10 things, not only that he will renew the Torah, not only that we will learn and relearn the things that we know, but the shocking part is he's going to come out of Edom, and just as Zion called by the name of God, just as Jerusalem called by the name of God, also the Mashiach called by the name of God, but he will resemble Esav. Can you imagine the shock of this? There is no wonder that the Jewish people cannot recognize him today, because today he resembles Esav. But soon, very, very soon in our lifetime, Esav, if you flip the letters, you get the name Yeshua, will turn back to be Yeshua. And for this purpose and this purpose alone, we are to call upon his name, to no longer be Esav and to be Yeshua again, so he can come and properly teach us how to observe his Torah. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Have a Shabbat Shalom.